You're going to need at least a piece of paper. So everybody's got a paper? Got something? All right, awesome. All right, so I'll show you what we're going to draw first, but we're going to draw it on a smaller scale. So we're going to draw a tractor. We're going to draw some land. We're going to draw a barn and then a fence. And then you can add whatever you'd like in the sky. And then you can add whatever your farm has. So again, we're going to make like a smaller version that we'll be able to draw at home. I'm going to use black marker so it's easier for you to see, but you can surely use pencil. So first, let's start with the tractor. So you can put your tractor anywhere near the bottom of your paper because we don't need the tractor in the sky. So I'm going to make mine right around here, and I'm going to start with the left side of it. So I'm going to make a big, the bigger back wheel, so a large circle. Then I'm going to make a smaller circle over here. So leave a little bit of room, then make a smaller circle. Doesn't have to be super tiny, as long as it's a little bit smaller than the other wheel. Now we need to connect them because a tractor is a big machine and you can ride it like a truck. So I have big circle, horizontal line, smaller circle. All right, so now we're going to draw a vertical line from the back of the big circle. So I'm just going to make a vertical line up. Then I'm going to make a horizontal line for the top. But I'm not going to go all the way. Careful, don't go all the way over here. Just go maybe about halfway where this line is. Halfway. Then I'm going to go vertical down, and I'm going to stop because I need to give myself a little bit of room for the front of the engine. So now we're going to go over, but stop when you get to about the wheel. Don't go too far past the wheel. And then I'm just going to go a little bit up, over, and down. So I went up, over, and down to my last wheel. All right, so now we need a window. So let's draw a square in our tractor. Give it a window. And we'll add a stripe. Well, it's a John Deere, so it usually has this horizontal stripe. So 2 lines for the design. If your wheel's in the way, that's okay. You can just stop at the wheel. All right, we're going to draw 2 circles inside each wheel for like the hubcap. So I'm going to draw a big circle inside the big circle. So I guess it's a medium circle. And then a smaller circle inside. So I just did 2 circles. That's called concentric circles, when you have a circle and a circle and a circle. So then I'm going to do the same thing on my smaller circle, draw 2 circles on the inside of that circle. So now it looks more like a wheel. Now I want you to plan where you want your what's called the horizon line. That's a line that separates the sky from the ground. So if you want it all the way above your tractor, you can. If you want to make it in the middle of your tractor, you can. It's just however much land you want. So I'm going to make it, you can make it straight, you can make it bumpy. I'm going to give it a little bit of a curve because we have the rolling hills of our farm. So I made it a little bit curvy, nothing too crazy, just a little bit bumpy or curvy. Now, usually there are lines in on a farm. So let's make some more lines for where all of our stuff is planted. So I'm going to make a couple more lines. So when I'm making my line, I want to stop if I hit my tractor, because I don't want to draw it through it. I'm going to stop when I get to my tractor, pick up my pencil, go on the other side, and continue my line all the way across. So just make a few lines to create different sections of where you can have different types of crops or different vegetables you want to grow. You don't have to make them close together. Give it some space. Spread them out. I'm going to stop when I get to my tractor, go to the other side, and then continue my line all the way across. And I'll be able to fit about one more. If you need to fit more lines, that's okay. If you have less lines, that's okay too. Just make a few lines, because we're separating the lines of our farm. All right, so now let's put a barn up in the distance. As things get further away, they get smaller. So we're going to draw the barn a little bit smaller back here. So we're going to start with 2 vertical lines. And then you can go horizontal across. If yours is taller than mine, that's fine. You can have a tall barn. So I made a long rectangle. For the roof, I'm going to make a trapezoid. That's a fancy shape.
Trapezoid?
So a trapezoid, I go diagonal and I stop for the roof. Diagonal and stop. And then I'm going to go horizontal straight across. So we didn't make it pointy like a triangle. We're making it like a trapezoid, which is flat at the top instead. So now we'll add our barn doors. So I'm going to make another long rectangle inside my barn and a vertical line to separate my double doors. If you just want to do one door, that's fine. And then barn doors usually have this X pattern. And then you pick however many windows you want to put in your barn. I think I could fit like 4, but you could do one long one, you could do just 2, 3, whatever you want to put. So we have our tractor, our lines on our farm, our barn, doors, and windows. So I'm going to put a tall rectangle right next to my barn. Does anyone know what this part is? And then I'm going to make a big dome, a big curved roof. Does anyone know what this building is next to the farm? It's got a special name for it. Does anyone know what it does? So this is called a silo. And a silo stores grain and feed and dry stuff. So if you want to put some windows, you can. It doesn't need them, though. So we have the silo and the barn. And next, we'll just add a fence. And then you can draw whatever vegetables or fruit or flowers you want on your farm. So for a fence, those are easy. We just make tall rectangles, up, over, down, along the top line. So we're making a farm landscape because it's a picture of the outside. Up, over, down, up, over, down, up, over, down, up, over, down. So I'm making a fence. And then you can stop your fence wherever you want. You can keep going if you want it to go to the silo, or you could stop before it. And then I'm going to connect with a line all the way across to connect my fence. So just make sure you have it connected so it doesn't look like it's, because then the posts are going to fall over. All right, so as soon as you have your fence, you have a tractor, you have your lines, you have your barn, silo, and fence. Now, what do you want to grow? You can grow whatever you want on your farm. So you can just start drawing things. If you want to draw pumpkins, you can make it a pumpkin farm. If you don't want to do pumpkins, that's okay. I'll do pumpkins. just because it's fall. But if you want to make carrots, you could make the tops of the carrots. You could make flowers. You could draw any kinds of vegetables you like.
I want animals.
Okay, draw some animals roaming on the farm. Just be careful they're not too close to your tractor. I don't want them to get run over, right? So yeah, if you want to draw a cow, if you want to draw a horse, a pig, you could totally draw animals like hanging out. That's a good idea. I think if I could draw. Little piggy. Almost like a cow. Oh well. He's rolling around in mud. Here, I'll make the pig some mud. I'll make pumpkins. I could do watermelons. Not that they would be growing in the same season, but watermelon farm. Yeah, I don't always notice when it changes. Alright, so I got some so I have my out of season watermelon growing. Again, you do not have to do the same fruits and vegetables I am. You can surely pick whatever you want to add to yours. And you can always put more fruits or veggies or flowers in May. That's too dark. Oh, now it looks like a pig. Now he's pink. That's a little better. I don't know if you want to make it like a hot sunny day. You could put a sun if you want. You don't have to, because not always do we see the sun where we're looking. barns are usually red, but you don't have to make them red. And then for the windows, you can always, if you color the windows black, it looks like the lights are turned off and nobody's home. So you could do that. Or you can color them yellow and then it looks like the lights are on. And then we can so again, whatever you guys want to add to your farm. If you want lots of animals, that's great. Just be careful. I don't want any animal getting hurt by the tractor. And you could always use mixed mediums. So if you're tired of using your markers and you want to switch to crayons, totally fine. So I'm actually going to switch to crayons for the bigger spaces, like my sky and my ground, because it's going to be easier for me to color and quicker.